Hello, how are you doing today? We've held a lot of classes, like a few other classes that talked about setup of some things and the other things, and we've had some assignments, yeah. But today we're going to be doing something different, something a lot of people have been having issues with. Even digital marketers out there having issues with this, because this is one of the core components of digital marketing. Even one-on-one face-to-face marketing, like live marketing, even call, these are what I'm about to discuss with you today. Is one of the strongest key. If you have it, then man, you're good to go. Yeah. So today we'll be talking about target audience. Yeah, when it comes to marketing, when it comes to selling a product to a particular person or particular group of people, you need to understand a lot of things about those people. You need to consider a lot of factors. Yeah, or else you just end up showing your goods to someone who is not interested and who will never be interested in buying your goods. I am Chidebe Rebeshi, and today we'll be discussing target audience, and under this we'll be discussing three major things you need to consider. Yeah, that's the how. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I missed the first one. That's the who. Who are you going to be selling to? How are you going to be selling to this person? Then when? You understand? Who are you going to be selling to? How do you propose selling to this person? And when do you sell to this person? Yeah. So follow me as we go through this 30 minutes video. If it's going to be up to that, I'm usually very fast, but I'll try my possible best to come down to a speed in which when you watch this video you'll be able to understand. Please and please, when you see this video and you think it's helpful, make sure to give me a thumbs up. Not after YouTube's money, but then it helps me, it motivates me to do more video, drop more videos for you. Yeah, so without taking much of our time, let's go into this. Now talk about the who. Yeah, when you're trying to sell a product, who are your target audience? What is a target audience? Yeah, when you're trying to sell something, you want to advertise to an audience. Yeah, say for example, you go over to a marketplace where there are a lot of people there. Yeah, there are a lot of people moving around, trying to buy, trying to sell. Yeah, those are the audience. Those are people who are interested in buying at that particular point in time. Yeah, those are your audience. Now, when I'm talking about target audience, I mean specific audience. Yeah, specific people. Everybody comes to the market to buy something. Some people came to buy shoes, some people came to buy clothes, some people came to buy pepper, some people came to buy meat. There are just so many audience, like wide range of audience. Like some people came to buy a car. Can you imagine that? Some people came to buy chicken. Some people came to buy goods as well. Yeah, there's a wide range there. Yeah. So it's your job as a digital marketer to figure out who is your target. Who specifically are you trying to sell to? Do you understand? So to do this, say for example, what I came to the market to sell is clothes. What do I do? Most of the time in the market, most of the markets are always segmented into different sections. Yeah, so they have segment. They have a part where people who sell clothes are, and they have a part where people who sell shoes are. So if you want to sell clothes and then you take your clothes to where people who sell yam, then it's obvious you don't know what you are doing, or you just want to waste your precious time. Trust me, you're going to sell. There's a very good chance someone who came to buy yam I want to buy clothes, but trust me, it's just minute. It's like say it's 0.0 point something very low. You understand? It's the possibility is actually very, very low. So how do you want to do that to yourself? Why wouldn't you go to a place where they sell shoes, sell clothes, sell jewelries? Most definitely, someone who wants to buy clothes most might want to buy jewelries. You can never say, someone who wants to buy shoes, I want to buy clothes as well. Yeah. So maybe this top, that's what you're trying to sell. Yeah. You might want to go to somewhere they sell shorts as well. So when the person buys shorts, like, nigga, this is gonna go with your shirt, yeah, and the person is gonna buy from you. Not when someone buys and you be like, nigga, I sell. What's my business? I'm buying yam, and am I gonna be wearing clothes to peel the yam or to cook the yam? Yeah. So the other side. Now we understand what the target audience is. Now you know the difference between audience and the target audience. Yeah. Now let's go down to how or who is your target audience. Sorry, I'm always mixing it up. Now, your target audience ranges from as ranges from business owners to business managers to parents to people who just got married to a whole lot of categories there. It all depends on what you are trying to sell. If I'm trying to sell wedding wears, most definitely I'm going to be targeting people who just got married, or people who are about to get married, stuff like that. Yeah. Who is your target audience? You just figure out yourself, just like I explained during the first phase of this video. Your target audience could be someone who sells, who likes something related to what you're selling. It doesn't have to be directly someone who likes clothes. It could be someone who likes something close to what you're related. What is related to what you're selling? Yeah. So we're done with the who now. Yeah. But there's something I want to talk about before we leave the who. Yeah. Most of the time, your target audience is not direct. There is a direct and there is an indirect target audience. Say for example, you're trying to sell a child's wear. Yeah. Child's, or maybe let's say child's wear is something is like it's the responsibility of the parents to buy clothes for the children. Yeah. So let's move out of the child's wear and go for gaming. Yeah. You made a game, or your client made a game, and then they want to sell a game. The target audience is people who like the game. Yeah, but most of the time, people who like the game cannot afford the game. Do you understand? Now, that is an indirect targeting. Now, who is your target audience? Who is your direct target audience? Your direct target audience is the parent who can actually afford the game. But you can't go directly to them. You have to find an indirect means to get to them, which is you targeting the kids. Yeah, when you target the kid, then most definitely, mommy, I need game. Mommy, I want this. Mommy, I want that. I want ice cream. Then your audience, the person that's going to buy is going to pay the money there. Yeah, but we'll get to that. Then we'll talk about people who have the purchasing power and people who don't have the purchasing power. It's not rush. Okay, now go down to the who. I'm done with the who. I said the how. Okay, so go down to the how. When we come to this part, you have to consider some things. Yeah, you have to consider 3 things. First, you consider who is available to see your product. Consider who is available to see your product. You consider who you can easily convince to buy your product. There are chances that the wife has a soft heart. Yeah. So you can actually target the wife to be able to buy furniture for the home. You can actually target the wife to buy television for the home. Yeah. Sort of direct and indirect audience, like I talked about earlier. Then finally, you talk about who has the purchasing power. Most of the time, the person you target is not the person that has the purchasing power. It's not the person that can actually afford the stuff. And the person you actually want to target is the person that can afford it, the person that can buy it. You understand? So, you can't do that because if you target the person who wants to purchase it, what if the person is hard to convince? What if the person is not easy to reach? Like, say for example, I want to buy from Dangote. I want Dangote factories to get contract. I want to get contract with Dangote factories. That's the target my audience, my client gave to me. He said, Vincent, make sure that this advert reaches Dangote. Make sure he buys into this product. Yeah, what am I going to do? Right? Trust me, Dangote comes online, but he hardly comes online. So what do? I target people who advise him. I target his managers. I target his secretary. People who talk to him. Yeah. So when I do that, and the advert gets to those ones can easily relay my message to him without even knowing. So knowing who to target and targeting who is easy to convince, and knowing who has the purchasing power is actually very important. Now let's assume you've known all those ones, you've considered them, who is available to see your product, your adverts, who you can easily convince to buy those products through your advert. And then finally, who has the purchasing power. When you consider all these things, then as when you can come down and break your ad down into where is the location of this person. Yeah, what do they do when they come online? Yeah, then you consider who do they like, what products do they like, what services do they like, what kind of people do they roll with, what kind of other companies, other firms do they associate with, what kind of people do they talk to when they come online. Yeah, do they talk to married people, do they talk to single people? Do you understand? What kind of work are they doing? Are they into engineering? Are these people married? Are they single people? Do they travel out of the country more often? Do you understand? These are the things you consider. How many hours do they spend on Facebook? How many hours do they spend on Instagram? How many hours do they spend on YouTube if they come on YouTube? So you consider all these factors. When you don't considering them, then you cannot talk about the when. Yeah, talk about when should you run adverts, because this is one problem people are having most of the time. You don't know when to run adverts. You don't know when to come out. You see, they say market is on Thursday. It's a market day on Thursday where people come together and sell, buy their product, and then you carry your good on Wednesday. You go to the market. Trust me, you're gonna be there. You will hardly sell because market is what on Thursday. Thursday is when people are ready. Okay, they made up their mind. Yeah, this is the day we want to buy. This is the day we want to sell, and then you've run to the market on Tuesday. What are you going to be doing there? Do you understand? Knowing when to sell is a very important factor to consider whenever you're targeting an audience. Yeah, when to sell is very important. Say for example, selling during Christmas period, selling during Easter period, selling during selling after salary has been paid, selling after school fees has been paid. All those tiny factors. Selling on Children's Day, selling depending on what you're selling. Yeah, you have to consider when is the right time for you to sell. You don't just wake up and be like, today I'm going to be running adverts. It doesn't work that way. So you have to consider when is the right time for you to sell. Yeah. Then when considering this, there are few factors few things you should put in place. Yeah. You should consider, should you prepare? Should you start advertising before the particular time you want to sell? Yeah. Or should you just run adverts at that particular point in time? Say for example, Easter, Christmas. Yeah. Should you start running advert before Christmas? Or should you run adverts on Christmas? Those are the things you consider. When do you start running adverts? When do you start advertising? When do you start showing off your products? Yeah, those are the things you consider. So for example, someone came to me in April. Yeah, said, Vincent, I want to run advert. I'm like, you're trying to sell this product. Yeah, it's not trying to sell this shoe. My advice for you is to make sure you put your page in order for now. We're in April. Yeah, which means very soon it's going to be Easter, if I'm not wrong. Make sure you put your page in order, or make sure you order your page, put your page in the right place it's supposed to be. Make sure your pictures are there, make sure your products are ready. Then you run your advert for Easter. Forget April. April is always a little bit tight for people, given the fact that most schools, you get to pay school fees, get to pay rent, March, April, you understand? So that April is always kind of very tight. The salary that is paid is always spent very fast. It's not like a lot of other people don't sell. They do. A lot of people that are out there that they fucking sell. Sorry for the F word. They sell, yes, but it's just a little bit tight. Like it's always slim, especially for people that sell products. I don't know about people that sell cars and all those other ones, but people that sell products like wares, like facial stuff, things that are not super important, like life, neck cutting important. You do understand? So you prepare instead of trying to advertise, instead of running advert on during that time. Just prepare your page. Make sure one or two things are in place. If you go through my YouTube channel, you see me making a list of things you need to have on your page before you start running adverts. Yeah, make sure all those things are in place. Then when it's getting say close to 28, 26, then you can push out your advert. Yeah, ahead of what's coming. Yeah, is it April that is Easter? I don't know, but then I know that April is always kind of slim. It's always very kind of thin whenever it comes to adverts. That's from experience. Yeah, that's it. You need to consider these factors. You need to know the who, you need to know the how you're going to reach the person, and you need to know when to reach the person. And under this, you need to know who you're going to be targeting. Yeah, you need to know how you're going to be targeting this person. Who is available to see your product, who you can easily convince to buy this product, and then who has the purchasing power to buy. I mean purchasing power, like I'm talking big. Who has the money to buy? Ego, Kudi, you know what I'm talking about. And then finally, you consider the location of these people, and then you consider when do you sell to them, when do you start advertising, When you put all these things into place, when you put all these things into consideration, trust me, the next advert you're going to be running is going to be super, super convincing and converting, and whatever they call it. You're going to be making sales out of it because it's well planned. Okay. Till then,